and this is Century of English with Ben Timmons.
Hi, my name is Ben Timmons. Thank you again for joining us on the Century of English. Top stories of this hour: Farewell to Arms. Why did Ernest Hemingway write it? You'll find out. But now the weather with Spencer's Store.
Thank you, Ben. Let's take a look at the map. Over here you see it's gonna rain. So when heading out, you probably want an umbrella or a raincoat. Over here we have the temperatures, which will be highs in the 60s and lows in the 20s. Back to you, Ben.
Thank you, Spencer. Remember, it's going to be raining today, so take your umbrellas. He was the author of Farewell to Arms, which was a book published in 1929. But what factors influenced him to write such a novel? It just so happens that Ernest Hemingway actually experienced most of the things he wrote in Farewell to Arms. Ernest Hemingway was actually an ambulance driver in World War I. He also fell in love with a Red Cross nurse named Agnes von Kriskry, who later left him for an Italian officer, and then published a book in the 1950s called Hemingway in Love and War. Many of Ernest's experiences were shown in Farewell to Arms, which makes the genre a fictional autobiography. As you can see now, Ernest Hemingway and the main character in Farewell to Arms, Lieutenant Frederico Henry, had much in common. Thank you again for joining us on yet another successful episode of The Century of English.
Scene 1, Apple, take 1.
Agnes von Kriskry.
Scene 1, Apple, take 2.
A Red Cross nurse named Agnes. Oh my. The Century of English.